Hey y'all, I know it's kind of dark, but bear with me. It's super early. I had a dream, but I can't remember what the dream was. So, but hold on. You see the title? Let's try it now, okay? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. When my coffee's ready, I'm gonna go get my coffee. But hold on a minute. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Through Jesus Christ we pray. Amen. Okay, so hold on, I'm gonna go get some coffee. Okay, y'all. I'm just gonna say it. Most of these women that are judges and lawyers and all of that, who had abortions and went on with their life, whether it was rape, whether it was incest, whether it was any of those things, the Supreme Court is saying that you're not in your right place. They are saying that you were giving a child and you use that child as a blood sacrifice to spirit you on your way to do whatever it is that you are excelling in and doing with your career. You hear me? I'm going to say it again. They believe that you are using these babies as a sacrifice for you to be able to live the life that you supposedly have, and it's not for you. You're out of place. The woman who's supposed to be a judge and supposed to be a lawyer and supposed to be all these things, she ain't out here dipping it low and spreading it wide. Okay? That is what they are saying. The thing is that, I'm going to say in the same vein, when it comes to gay people, again, they are saying that these people are sacrificing their true destiny to do what they want to do. And I'm going to tell you something. This all started with voting. This all started with voting. There was a lot of folks not voting. One group that I want to talk about specifically is Jehovah's Witnesses. Do you know that it is a rule in Jehovah's Witnesses not to vote? Do you also know that most Jehovah's Witnesses are minorities? Do you also know that women who get pregnant out of wedlock and the Jehovah's Witnesses find out, they are kicked out of the church? even if they are a member of the church and they decide that they want to leave the church and go out into the world or whatever, they are still formally kicked out of the church for having a baby. Okay. That's not what I came to say, but I'm going to say that on up top. On up top. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Okay, I ain't gonna say that. But I'm gonna just tell you right now. These people feel like whatever is supposed to happen to you, you're supposed to let it happen. And you're just supposed to deal with it. But here's the deal. These women did this blood sacrifice of their own child, usually the firstborn. And only thing I can see, and I had dreams last night, but I can't remember what they were. But this whole thing about women having babies against their will, I can tell you, even if that woman is in love with that man and she gets pregnant and he abandons her with that baby, even though she loved that man, she is not going to treat that baby right. And if the baby go into the foster care, we have all heard the horror stories. Even I saw on the Clock app this little girl who was a cute little girl. But she got into this foster system and the man, the husband, used her to kill his wife. She stabbed the lady 170 times, child. And that little girl has been in jail, and the man was out buying stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't give it no forecast, but let me tell you something. For decades of my life, I have begged people to just be responsible, be good citizens, vote. Don't be out here getting involved with crime and mistreating other people. Do what you know is right. And they have decided not to. Then you have the sacrifices that are being made, these little babies. I know somebody who has had over 10 abortions. Over 10 abortions. And they've had some good fortune in their life. And I'm telling you, they didn't have these abortions because physically they couldn't carry a baby. Medically, it was them dying in order to be able to bring the baby here. And on the other side, I know men who think of women as a thing. Let me tell you something. I have ran across, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, y'all. These are Muslim men. And They said to me, men are for love and women are for commerce. Their women and their children are for them to use to enrich their lives. Used to be when a woman was getting married, she came with a dowry. Whether it was a house, whether it was land, cattle. You think I'm lying. I know you do. I can tell. I can tell that you do. You think that I am lying. Women used to have a diary. And I don't mean like a diary, like a journal. I mean a dowry. I'm saying it wrong. Dowry. D-O-W-E-R-Y. A dowry. Okay. Oh, no E. Okay. Child. Dowry. Okay. I'm going to get my glasses because I got to treat my eyes right. Treat my eyes right. Okay. A dowry. According to Wikipedia, dowry is a payment. Y'all. A dowry is a payment such as property or money paid by the bride's family to the groom or his family at the time of the marriage. Ain't that slavery? I'm going to pay you to marry my daughter. I'm going to pay you to do that. Okay. They go further. Dowry contrasts with the related concepts of bride price and dower. So when you hear the dowager, remember on the doohickey, the dowager, whatever her name was. This whole thing is twisted. This whole thing is twisted. Let me go back. I'm going to get back on subject because I don't want y'all to be saying that this is spam. Okay. You signed up for one thing and I did a flim flam on you. I started talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. So here we go. The 13 states with abortion trigger. Okay. And this is coming from the Washington Examiner. So I want you to pay attention to see if your state is on here. We want to believe that this don't affect our lives or whatever, but in some way it is affecting your life. Roe V. Wade affected your life. Roe V. Wade affected my life. Do you know how many nieces and nephews I could have had? Just for motivation. You know, the nieces and the nephews that I have, very weird. But it's how else are you supposed to feel when you came through after so many of your siblings were destroyed? How do you sit in a uterus that has been scraped? All the walls around you have been scraped and forceps have been put into this place where you are in now, and your brother and your sister's skulls have been crushed and pulled out. You tell me that don't affect a child. Even though this child is going to be scraped, he's still in the uterus where this abomination happened. How do you say it has no effect? And abortion is horrific. It's horrific for the mama. It's horrific for the father, even if he don't know that the abortion has happened. It still affects him. Cosmically, it still affects him. There's somebody out there walking a dog. Okay, listen, let's get on point, because this is not a spam video, okay? Oh, Lord Jesus. There's so much to this. Let me tell you something. Today is the 25th. Yeah. It is 5 days till my son Joseph was killed. And Joseph was not where he was supposed to be. It's none of my business because it's up to God. There has been people who have gone for abortions and were still pregnant because it was more than one baby in there. Hold on one second. I'm going to blow my nose. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. 13 states with abortion triggers. Okay. Specifics on the bans vary from state to state, with some immediately going into effect and others waiting on some type of certification. 8 of the states. Oh, Senator John Cornyn, hold on. This is what I'm concerned about, the gun laws. Hold on. It's not on Twitter, but let me see what Senator John Cornyn is saying. Senator John. Okay. Let's go to his newsroom. And it says, Cornyn's statement on Supreme Court ruling to overturn Roe V. Wade. Okay. This is the senator out of Texas, and he did vote for a bill on gun control. Okay. Oh, that's what it is. It's not called Roe v. Wade. It is the opinion that's called Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. Roe v. Wade ain't on there at all. That's what I was looking at. Okay, so it says, today the court has restored one of the core principles of our Constitution with this landmark ruling. This decision correctly returns the authority of the states to decide the limits of abortion and will save countless innocent lives. I commend the justices for not bowing to the vicious intimidation campaign waged by the radical left. I join Texans in celebrating this historic victory for life and the rule of law. So that is Senator John Cornyn of Texas. This is the reason why I think that this was supposed to happen. Because all the years that I was saying, vote, y'all need to vote, y'all need to vote, people were blowing me off. They did not vote. I checked. Yes, I did. I checked to see. And I saw that they were not voting. That's what I saw. check to see if the people okay, I check to see if the people who I've been talking and saying, you need to vote, you need to vote, you need to get registered. Let me go with you to register to vote. I checked to see if they had voted. They had not. You know what that learned me? To keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to say what you ought to do, what you shouldn't do. Do what you want to do. That's what you're going to do anyway. All these people in the manosphere that what's his name was talking to. I can't even remember his name, y'all. I never remember nobody saying, because of him, I got registered to vote. Because of him, I was able to do X, Y, Z. I'm just saying. Because of him, I now vote with XYZ organization. Because of him, I have helped the community XYZ. I'm just people listen to who they want to listen to, whatever foolishness, whatever happened to people. Don't cry to me. Don't cry to me, honey. This is what you wanted. If you didn't want this, you choose who you want to listen to. Right? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so this says, let's just get down to it. Arkansas. Arkansas is numero uno on the list. There may be more states, but these are just the trigger states for right now. Okay. White House says if Roe is overturned, we will need Congress to restore it. Okay, so that's call your Congress people, right? Arkansas, after certification, no clear exemptions for rape and incest. Okay, Idaho, days after Roe is scrapped, exemptions for rape and incest. The Gem State has a trigger law slated to go into effect about 30 days after Roe is overturned that would ban abortion, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about all of that. Kentucky, immediate. No exemptions for rape or incest. Louisiana, immediate. No clear exemptions for rape or incest. The state automatically enacted the ban on yesterday, Friday. For Kentucky, immediate ban on abortions, no clear exemptions for rape or incest. The law went into effect yesterday. Idaho, it says it is in effect, and it says that no, it will be in effect 30 days. So July the 24th. Abortions will be illegal in Idaho. And the only exception in Idaho is in the case of preventing the death of a pregnant woman, rape, or incest. Okay. Medical professionals who violate the law will face a minimum of 2 years behind bars, as well as temporary suspension of their license on the first offense and permanent revocation on the second. Okay. In it says this is Arkansas. Their trigger law was signed in 2019. This is when Trump was in office. Governor Asa Hutchinson, Republican, signed a trigger law into effect banning abortion in all instances except for medical emergencies. After the state attorney general determines the precedents first established in Roe are overturned, the law imposes up to a $100,000 fine and or up to 10 years in prison for providers who violate the measure. The trigger ban was activated yesterday. So that's Arkansas. Okay. So we've got Arkansas, Idaho, Kentucky, Louisiana, with no clear exemptions for rape or incest. The state automatically enacted this ban yesterday. Okay. Mississippi, after certification, exemption for rape, but not incest. Okay, but not incest. Lord, what is that saying? Jesus. Oh my God, y'all. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that my daddy didn't do that to me. I'm lucky. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Anyway, back on track. Louisiana, immediate ban on abortion, no clear exemptions for rape or incest. Enacted in 2006, the Pelican State's trigger law would ban abortions immediately after Roe is nixed, with an exception for instances in which the woman's life is in danger, according to the Guttmacher Institute, an abortion rights advocacy group. The law would penalize abortion providers with a fine between $10,000 and $100,000 and up to 10 years in prison. Let me tell you something, a lot of people going to jail. A lot of people are going to jail. I swear, a month ago, I started reading the Scarlet Letter. That's what we're going back to. Watch. And y'all ain't gonna be able to stop it because y'all ain't registered to vote. Y'all ain't registered to vote. You ain't been voting. Child, whatever. Okay. Mississippi. After certification, exemption for rape but not incest. Listen. Mississippi, you can't tell your daddy no. If you have a daddy that want to get down and dirty like that, and he gets you pregnant, you having that inbred baby. Where you gonna go? You're broke. You're in Mississippi. Child, where you going? Mississippi ain't got no. That's why the dad is having sex with the daughter. He can't afford a pro. He ain't going on no business trips to Las Vegas. I should laugh, but you know, what else can you do, man? In the last 50 years, if you decided that Mississippi was a good place for you to go, and you ain't voting, I saw a black man sign into law White People Heritage Day or KKK Heritage Month or some crap. A black man signed that. Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court is talking about now we can go after the gays. Gay marriage. But interracial marriage is still good. I guess it would be since Clarence Thomas's wife is white. If you don't see who is running this country, people are saying the white man this and the white man that. Mm-mm. 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 Every law that's being taken away, this benefits the black man. You heard me? This benefits the black man. The black heterosexual man. I want you to just take this filter and look at things again. You have to remember the first presidents of this here, on this here land, were black men. And there were certain black men that were run out of power. And there are certain black men who have always been in power. And they still are. Remember what's her name's daddy said to the president? That's above your pay grade. That's above your pay grade. Yet he had information that the president didn't need to know. Baby. Moving on. Okay, Mississippi. The Magnolia State implemented its trigger law in 2007, according to Guttmacher. An abortion ban goes into effect about 10 days after the state attorney confirms Roe has been scrapped. Senator John Cornyn is just all over the internet this morning. Okay, listen. 10 days. 10 days after the state attorney confirms Roe has been scrapped and levies a felony charge of up to 10 years in prison against medical providers who flout the law. Exemptions include instances of rape and danger to the life of the mother. Missouri. After certification, no clear exemption for rape or incest. Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt initiated the ban yesterday. North Dakota. After certification, exemptions for rape and incest. The Rough Rider state imposed its trigger ban, making it a felony to perform the procedure, except in instances of threat to life of the mother, rape, and incest. Violators could face a Class C felony charge, which typically entails up to 5 years behind bars. Okay. Oklahoma. After certification, no clear exemptions for rape and incest. Last year, GOP Kevin Stitt signed a trigger ban that would make abortion illegal except when the life of the mother is in danger. Okay. State Attorney General John O'Connor certified the overturn of Roe on Friday. South Dakota, immediate ban on abortions, no clear exemptions for rape and incest. The law was activated on yesterday. Tennessee, days after Roe is scrapped, no clear exemption for rape and incest. The volunteer state will ban abortion procedures except in instances of threat to life of the mother within 30 days of Roe falling to the wayside. Okay. Texas, of course. Days after Roe is scrapped, no clear exemptions for rape and incest. Okay. In 2021, Governor Greg Abbott signed a trigger ban prohibiting the procedure except in instances of a threat of severe, irreversible bodily impairment and to the life of the mother 30 days after Roe is nixed. The ban features a first or second degree felony charge and civil fines of at least $100,000 per violation. The felony charges can carry up to life in prison. The Texas Tribune reported, Utah, after certification, exemptions for rape and incest. Okay, the state legislative general council issued the certification Friday, activating this law. Ban on abortion. Wyoming, days after Roe is scrapped, exemptions for rape and incest, signed into effect by Republican Governor Mark Gordon in March. Okay. In addition to the 13 states with trigger bans, 13 other states are poised to ramp up restrictions on abortion in the wake of the Dobbs decision. As of press time, abortion is now also illegal in Alabama and appears to be illegal in Wisconsin due to pre-existing laws. So there you have it. There you have it. That's why I couldn't find it, because it wasn't listed under Roe v. Wade. Okay. I'm going to go back to the Supreme Court opinions and opinions of the court. And it is the Dobbs v. Jackson. I feel a sadness in me, but kind of like a defeat. And this was truly because people just didn't want to be good citizens. And they don't care about their fellow, very selfish. I don't know what's going to happen. So this is it. The first line says, I can't even read it, but this comes out of Mississippi. I can't even read this, y'all. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Everybody played a part. Even the ones who did nothing. I just pray for all of my family that they do not do this, that they are not raped, that they are not out here having sex indiscriminately, and oh man, let God's will be done. That's it. Lord knows I ain't got no control over nothing. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to tell you what I see the white people doing in my area. Just like this, they're looking to build alliances, to attach themselves to other people that they feel like are succeeding. And it's not for anything good. These laws are not bringing out the best in people. These laws are making people more desperate and more erratic. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. You hear me? Because it is going down. It's going down in these streets, honey. And I thank God. I thank God. I thank God. Thank Elohim for protecting me, honey, all these years. And for turning things around for me. Because so many people meant things in my life to harm me, and instead it helped me. And if you are anything like me, anytime you got a bunch of old men making decisions about your uterus, you should feel some kind of a way. And if you're like me, you've been voting. You've been voting and been encouraging other people to vote and trying to tell them. And if they didn't listen, that's on them. That's not on you. So you can sleep well. Whatever's going to happen is what's going to happen. But you have planted seeds that's going to yield for you. That's going to bless you. That's going to be a benefit for you. Because God gave you the wisdom and the insight. And obviously He didn't give it to them for His own reasons. You just have to let that go. You just have to let that go. People had years. People that I know personally have had decades to show and prove just what they were going to do with their freedom and just what they wasn't going to do. So I'm through. I'm done. Leave your comments below. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.